What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Doing good, man. Woke up this morning. So we blessed and highly favored, man. Blessed and highly favored.
All right, act like I did not. Nothing happened for them first 30 seconds. Y'all did not hear anything. Y'all know that's why I always check the sound before we start, bro. Episode 25 of the Fitness Podcast. We love to see y'all here. Y'all was able to hear him though, so it's just me. Joseph isn't here again. You know, life and busy, but we gonna do something different this week, a little bit different. So not to really talk about none of the episodes, but glad to have y'all here to be here for another episode. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. As always, Hendo, of course, hello. How your week? How your last week was, man?
Uh, the high of last week. Oh, I'm an OKC hater. So the high was the San Antonio Spurs winning Game 7. Went out to the bar with one of my homeboys, a coworker, one of my line brothers, and we was just at Little Woodrow's chilling. Had us some food, had us some beers. That was a good time, good vibes. So that's the high. The low, mm, the low of last week. I would say the low. I guess me and my lady, we long distance. So she had asked, she was like, "Oh, you should come in and see me for the fourth or whatever." And I was like, "Dang, like I'm in LA for the fourth
Oh, the next
or
one. Oh, yeah.
Expo, you know
Fire.
what I'm saying?" So
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
"Dang, like yeah, I'm like, bro, like I've been told you about it
yeah. A
though,
while ago,
I
yeah,
cool. I know you forgot, you know what I mean?"
yeah. That's
But she
auntie.
was like, "Mm." I was like, my fault, bro. My fault, bro.
Yeah.
I said, I'll see you in a couple weeks after that. My fault, man. So that was a low. You feel me? So overall, a pretty good week, though. You know what I mean? What about you, brother?
Same thing. I guess you could say same thing. How okay, see, but it's also like I sent the thing. It was a hate watch for. It's a soccer team called Arsenal, and
Uh-huh.
they're not quite like okay, see, but it's just like they haven't won like they like so it's like soccer they have like leagues, right? So like you can win
Mhm.
the league, but also
They
so
Premier League, right?
yeah, Arsenal, yeah, in the Premier League, and first everybody was hate watching because they haven't won it in like 22 years. And the last 3 years, they've been coming second, and they've been bottling the league. Whenever you bottle the league, that means like you in first place, you should win it, and then you just start losing, and you basically sell. So, like the last 3 years, I think they came in second place, and people been clowning them because y'all are second best in the league, and they finally won it. But then it's like a tournament called like Champions League. That's like the best
Yeah.
tournament or whatever. That was popular,
Mhm.
and they was in the final, and they lost that. So and that was on the same day as the OKC game. So that was a successful hate watch because OKC lost
Dang.
and Arsenal lost. So I guess that
A lot of people hating on Arsenal if they've been sorry for 22 years, though. I'm
because like
confused.
Arsenal fans like talk a lot and they just like it's like a whole big thing where
Mm.
they kind of like the Cowboys, I guess, in that sense of the
Ah,
Cowboys fans.
every
But
year they year, huh?
but actually it's different though. Cause Arsenal they be good. Like I said, the last 3 years they was second, so they was good. But ours they're like talking like real big, and it's just like fun to just for them to lose again.
Got you.
Um, So yeah, my low. I don't know. I think Ruckus threw up. I think last week. My dog.
Uh,
So I guess that'd be low. I can't really think of nothing else. But you said you didn't watch Witch Hat, right?
I did not watch Witch Hat, no sir.
Okay, that's fine. So we doing different. Usually we review the episode. Joseph been missing, so it's fine. We'll wait on him, and they usually talk about Historia.
The story.
So we'll catch up on that. Oh yeah, or we'll do that next week. I wanted to do so. We're gonna start off with something. It is y'all of course know Swag Kage. If you watching this podcast, you know or at least
Real
heard of.
quick,
Yeah.
I want the
Oh, actually, questions. You ready? Yeah. Do you want to do the season one thing that you was talking about? I almost forgot.
season one thing.
When you was like doing the what's like the best season one or like the best couple arcs
We could.
anime. Okay, but
Um
sorry, what was you gonna say though?
we could do that. And then I was just gonna say, I think because we really like this season of anime is low key like wrapping up. Because like Classroom of the Elite, they just had their 12th episode. I don't know if that's the last episode they're gonna have of the season.
Mm.
That time I got reincarnated in Islam, I think they had like, well, I said this season wrapping up. I'm lying, I forgot. Classroom of the Elite just dropped 4 episodes at once.
Yeah.
Well, they just dropped their 12th episode. I know everybody else kind of like on 8 and stuff. But yeah, so for Classroom of the Elite, I couldn't tell if that was the season finale.
Really?
It like didn't look like it. But quick recap. Uh, so basically, the whole thing of this season is the fact that, of course, Ayana Koji, he's from the White Room or whatever, right? And they sent another White Room students to the school to get him expelled, whatever, right? And so that right now they doing like the little island thing, and like Ayana Koji, he's by himself trying to get first for his class, blah blah blah. And it's another girl from another class who's by herself, and she's like, "Hey, can I just stick with you?" Blah blah blah. He's like, "Okay, cool." Mind you, we think this girl is a White Room student. So coming to find out, she is the White Room student, and she told Ayana Koji this in the last episode, like in this previous episode, and they boxed or whatever, right?
I
Because
think I see
basically
clips of that.
she was trying to get him expelled or whatever, right? And she was like, if you hit me, you gonna get expelled. And he was like, okay, I don't have to hit you. Like, I'm gonna just keep boxing. And she was like, you can't do this forever, blah, blah, blah. Because I mean, she's from the White Room too, so she's tough too.
Yeah.
And so, bro, she tried to punch that man. He said, boom. And he just stopped. He stopped by right here. He said, that's one.
Oh,
And then
okay.
she tried to do something else. He said, boom, boom, boom. That's two. And then
That
she
boy
tried to do
go.
something else. Boom, boom, boom. He said, hey, bro, that's three. He said, I ain't gonna lie, you can do this for 1,000,000 years. You'll never be able to beat me. So what are we really doing here? And so then I said, that's how you feeling, bro? And I guess she got mad and like she has like this personality disorder or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And so then she like brought up another person inside of her or whatever, right? And this person was a dude for one, right? Mind you, still in the body of a girl. This is the girl, right? This is
Yeah,
the
she
girl.
definitely got a split
But
personality.
she started moving crazy.
Different?
Like it looked like all her stats got boosted by like 50 times. Look, she hit Super Saiyan. And so now he's really having to like block and defend it. So I said, oh snap. Like, hold on, where this finna go? Or whatever. And even still, but he's still cool. And he said, I'm not gonna lie, bro. You really just made this up, bro. Like I said, bro. He said, bro, you don't have no multiple personalities, bro. You just made this up to try to like cope with the fact that like something happened to you. Like he was like, bro, I don't even think you believe you have multiple personalities, for real. Like you just saying this and trying to convince yourself. And then she broke down crying. I said, dang. Ding ding ding, got him. And so she was like, well, I couldn't get you expelled. I'm gonna drop out of the school, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, like it's okay. Like you can stay and you can like help me if you want. Like I'll help you find a purpose so you can basically like get back at them too. And she was like, okay, okay, right. And he said that internally, he said, see, the difference between me and my father is that when I see a useless fool like this, instead of just discarding them and throwing them aside to the wayside, I'm gonna just use them as a sacrificial pawn. It doesn't matter how long she's useful. I'm not expecting nothing from her anyway. But I just know it's rather her be sacrificial and at least get some use out of her than just throwing it away and discarding her already. And I was like, God, dog. You know what I'm saying? Normally he do stuff like that
Yeah.
at the end of the season, right? Because he
I was
did that.
I was about to say, yeah, you remember that one season? Yeah, that famous clip? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, but at the end of the episode, it's like they showed somebody like trying to like holding something. So that's why I didn't know if that's really gonna be the end. Because once again, they dropped 4 episodes at once. Technically, this season overall, I think has like 3 to 4 episodes left. But that was dope. That was probably my favorite episode of the season, the Clash one at least so far. And so I just want to talk about that real quick. And then that time I got reincarnated into the song. It's still pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? They tried to overthrow, bro, at the Western nations things because Maribel has like a unique skill called greed that basically uses people's greeds against them. And so she tried to conspire against Rimuru, but I mean they saw through that.
Yeah.
And so then she had a spy. Spy was supposed to kill somebody in front of Rimuru. They saw through that too. And then her greed thing basically controls somebody's soul. It is like
I don't know, Pete.
if she had like if you disobey her, I mean she'll just kill your soul. That way you can't even get reincarnated. Your soul is gone.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But Raphael, like Rimuru's like thing was like, bro, we can just get rid of that. And they just got rid of it. And so so basically the spy that was supposed like a hitman, she was like,
When
oh
that
my gosh,
happened.
let me help you, let me serve you, or whatever, right? And so now she spilled all the beans about what they had going on, their internal operation stuff. So now everything that they thought they had hidden, they now know, or whatever, right? And so yeah. So that's how I got reincarnated slime. Dope. I just want to talk about them 2 episodes real quick. Go there before we got
Yeah,
started
that's
with the
fine.
tier list. And I don't know if you want to wait till Joe is back to do the season 1 question.
I
Because
guess
I
we could
think
wait. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, we could wait.
I think he'll probably have a fresher perspective than we do. Because I think he's probably seen more of the more recent anime. I don't know if we've seen as much of the more recent anime as he has.
There was a couple of people commenting on the other post that we forgot to mention. Vinland Saga, that's probably at the forefront. I forgot about that.
And it's like it is crazy.
That's good.
But
Yeah.
yeah. I think that'll be a good topic when Joe come back.
All right,
'Cause,
then
yeah.
let me see if I can speak in another question. Then, so let me see. How should I phrase this for the TikTok? Um, is this like peak anime years? What I mean by that, you know how we look back on when the big three was coming out around the same time, or at least Naruto and One Piece for sure. And like those was the best anime moments. 'Cause you had that, you had smaller stuff like Soul Eater. I can't think of no smaller. So Death Note, Hunter x Hunter, you know, around. They probably wasn't
Tokyo
exactly here at the
Ghoul.
same time, but they all around the same similar times. So will we look back on this in 10 years or 5 years and be like, man, you remember when the fall or whatever
This year?
when yeah, or just like the last couple years. I guess let me give it the last 3 to 5 years range, I guess. Man, you remember when my hair was ending? You remember when JJK was coming out, bro? That was crazy that them two was coming at the same time. You remember Demon Slayer movies was going insane, bro. Chainsaw Man season 1 was great. You know, Gachi Akira, Don Da Don, the newer ones. Solo Leveling season 2 was crazy when Fear and Witch Hat. Cause it's a lot of bangers, bro, that we not thinking about. That's really in the next couple years we could be like, that's a few, and they all airing around 3 to 5 years, same time. Is coming with some heat. So, do you think
How
we
far
gonna look
back you
back?
want to go?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think how. Okay, so I have to look and see when's like Soul and Death. Okay, Death Note came with what, like 2012, 2014. Let me look it up.
I think so.
Death Note
That was
came
a
out.
lot of crazy stuff coming out then too, though. You probably had Death Note, Soul Eater, One Punch Man, um,
Yeah,
Code Geass,
yeah. Okay, let me
Seven
see.
Deadly Sins
Oh my
season
nah, nah,
one.
my Death Note was way young. Oh my gosh, my thing is tripping. Yeah, that's 2006. Okay, let's not go that far back. I'm gonna go like 2012, or let me just say, let me just go based off when did Naruto end? What year? What was that like? 'Cause we was in high school, no, right?
Yeah, we was for sure in high school. That was like
Yeah.
2017,
Okay, so
2018.
maybe like no, dang, well, we both in the wrong. Wait, never mind. That may be the manga. Sorry, yeah, the manga 2014, yeah, but the anime was 2017.
Yep.
When did My Hero start?
My
Uh,
Hero probably started 2016 to 2017.
okay, and then next, when did or One Piece going on during that time? So I don't know. Soul was a little bit during that time. I guess we do like the tail end. We could do like the tail end of the decade, I guess, cause so we could do like from the one we talking about in the past, whenever Naruto was coming out, One Piece, cause the Bleach was stopped way earlier, huh? Like in
Right.
2010 or something, probably 2011.
Hmm.
Or should I do them years? I guess we could do just prime big 3 years when the big three was all
Okay.
coming out. So like 20. I don't want to go 2008 and seven, even though that would be like Code Geass and Death Note. Let's go like 2010 to like I don't know like 2015.
2010 to 2015.
So
Okay,
5
so
years, and then for current we'll do I don't know. It really depends. I guess I
let's
don't want to.
just
I guess there's like multiple time periods we could do. Like we could do early 2000s. So what's the name?
exactly
2010 to 2015. Okay, so that's it. Further my point. Then, so is these last 3 to 5 years also like a fire like time of anime that we go think about and be like, man, whenever JJK, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer movie, Chainsaw Man movies, Gachi Yaka, the Dungeon Dawn, Soul Living season 2, Fear in season 1 and 2, seeing it, all these anime Witch Hat. Or we could be like, dang, like those was peak years, bro. Like we was really missing out.
I mean, I think my short answer would probably be it depends on what you want from your shows, right? Because me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I don't think any of these shows or series are better than the big three. We've had this conversation before. Nor are the quote unquote supporting cast better than the supporting casting was, let's say 15, 20 years ago. Like, right? Like, for instance, you had Death Notes, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhoods, Code Geass's, Attack on Titan
That was
came out during
crazy.
that time, Soul Eater. Like, you have these like smaller shows that aren't the quote unquote big three, but like those are some of the greatest animes of all time. Whatever, right? I even mentioned Attack on Titan. I think that came out like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, probably yeah,
Whatever, right?
2012,
So it's
2013.
like I think those shows are better than like this batch of shows, but I do think the time period that we are in right now, like the last 5 to 6 years, is low key, quote unquote. You can say revolutionary for for anime, if you will, because
Mm-hmm.
if you really want me to be honest, it was really Demon Slayer. I think that truly like catapulted Demon, like My Hero. Like I don't want to disrespect My Hero, right? Like My Hero was like the quote unquote stepping stone, if you will. But I think when Demon Slayer dropped with My Hero and Black Clover,
Black
I think
Clover, I
came
about
out
to say
that
that. Yeah,
same
so that whole
year.
lot. Black
Like
Clover, Demon Slayer,
those
My
three,
Hero.
like people coined that low key the next gen or new gen big three or whatever, right? So it's like when all those shows started coming out, that's when you had this big boom of the current anime like I don't want to say cycle, but like era that we're in right now. And so now, we didn't even mention Goku versus Jiren was 2019 too. You literally crashed Crunchyroll servers worldwide
Yep.
or whatever. So it's like when all that stuff started happening, I don't think you're gonna look at this time period and be like the quality of the show itself is the same. But from an overall viewership perspective, the quality of the animation leaps and bounds better than what it was 15, 20 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not only that, you're also, you have stuff in theaters now, like
Crazy.
consistently. Bro, they weren't having no anime movies in theaters in 2010. They weren't even having that 2015. Like, I think the first one that dropped in the theater, I don't know which one came first out of Mugen Train or Dragon Ball Super Broly, but like I think those were the first two big anime movies that dropped in theaters that like people was like, oh, like they like, holy crap, like we can make a lot of money off of this or
Yeah,
whatever. And so
probably.
now, bro, you got anime movies dropping in theaters like every year, every other year. And for like
Well,
all
let's.
those,
I think let's differentiate. I think because did them old time anime movies come out like the? Because I guess the Ghibli movies count as anime movies, no. So I want to differentiate. That's what I'm saying. Like,
mm-mm,
so we don't mean Ghibli and stuff like that. If they came out of theaters, I don't know if they did. We mean
yeah,
like main shonen and stuff like that anime movies. Not because I'm
yes,
pretty sure there's plenty of. I already know people. Oh, but you missed out on this. This been coming out. We talking about the mainstream shonen
come on.
anime. Sorry, we're going to continue.
Perfect example be Naruto the Last. And the Boruto movie, Naruto Boruto Next
Yep.
Generations, whatever, right? That did that movie come out in theaters?
I don't think so.
No,
If it,
I
yeah,
don't remember.
I don't
I'm
remember at all.
I'm a huge Naruto fan.
And
I
if
do
they
not remember
did,
that
that even
movie
make it
not
worse. Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Because we don't even remember it.
Yep.
And that was like, bro, that has like arguably some people put that Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki like that's one of their top three, top five fights in
Because
Naruto.
you know what it is too,
Right?
is that we didn't like if we felt no need to really go see them because we could just because we could just watch it at home, you know. Like say the
Yes.
Naruto last fight, I don't think I still would have went to go watch the movies. I think I was probably fine with watching it like at home or whatever. It's that now these movies are making it like actual like um um a live action movies to where like it making a spectacle where you gotta like go watch in the theaters the best form. Like
Mm-hmm.
Chainsaw Man, the trailer stuff we gotta go watch in the theaters. Mugen Train and the new Demon Slayer
Mm-hmm.
we gotta go watch in the
Mm-hmm.
theaters instead of staying at home. So they're making it more appealing because we could just sit at home and watch because but like the old anime movies really just felt like two to three episodes mixed in together. That's really what it
Right.
is. So that's why I just want to
Right.
point that out. They're making a change instead of just making it feel like two to three episodes bunched together. It's actually a movie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like truly. Like and so I do think we'll look back on this time period and be like, this is like the quote unquote big shift in anime. So it's
Mm.
like now, would you consider that to be like peak era? I wouldn't be mad if somebody called it that because you can literally
Mm.
point to this, and it's kind of like Steph Curry won an MVP in 2015, 2016, whatever, right? You
Okay.
could say he quote unquote changed the game. He changed the game of basketball. Like you ain't
Yep.
no you could say he did, whatever, right? I think this current time period that we're in regarding anime has changed the quote unquote like game of anime or whatever, right? I
For
feel
sure.
like a lot of these studios are starting to take it way more seriously. You can see that in the amount of effort they're putting into the production of these seasons, let alone the movies. Like, bro, you have like, for instance, when they animated Gear 5, bro, they brought in like 4 or 5 different like directors and animators and stuff
Yep.
to work
To
on
cook up.
those episodes, 18-minute episodes. That's not happening 10, 15 years ago, right? Like, will they turn it up a notch a little bit for a fight? Yeah, of course. But like, you're not getting that. Even if you look at JJK this past season, the episode when they introduced Akari, the whole rotoscope thing,
Yeah.
like, bro, that's literally what
It's
people use in
wild.
real life.
Yep.
Like they're not they like these techniques and stuff and the amount of attention to detail that they're bringing to these shows now was non-existent 15, 20 years ago. And I'm not blaming them for it, but it's like the amount of money they make off of it now. It's like, of course, wherever money goes, bro, that's where they're gonna invest so they can get a bigger return on their investment. So I think we're gonna look back on this period and say the early 2020s is like where it really revolutionized anime, if you will, because it was already global.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but like you're lying to yourself and you say anime right now is the same as it was
Same
10 years ago
Yep.
or whatever. Like we used to be called weird for watching anime in high school. Like what? It's like y'all watch anime, like y'all blah blah. We like whatever, and we still watch it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like now, you low key weird if you
If
don't
you
watch
don't
anime.
watch, if you haven't watched
Oh,
at least
you
one,
too cool to watch anime.
if
You
you haven't
feel
watched
me?
it,
Like they say, you ain't even watched Naruto. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy how much like the narrative can change
for sure.
in so short of a time. But yeah.
While we're talking about that, I thought of a random question, Joseph. I hope you're not watching. If you're watching, cover your ears right quick or close out.
Mhm.
So let's go talk about. Do you think whenever they animate, Gojo versus Sukuna, got two options. Do you think it will, I guess, quote unquote, break the internet like Jiren versus Ultra Instinct Goku? And do you also think it will be a good fight like Naruto versus Sasuke, the final fight? Cause that's my personal like part of my favorite fight of all time. You could plug in your own like not like hype like Goku versus Jiren, but actual like your favorite fight in anime all the
Yeah.
time. So you think it will reach the hype of one of the hype moments of anime all the time, which is Goku and Jiren? And do you think it will like actual be a really great fight to where you put it like, oh yeah, man, this is my top 2 fight of all time in anime?
First of all, I think they could arguably make that a movie. Like I generally think because I think the fight itself was 12 chapters.
Oh no, no.
And typically each episode adapts like 2.5 to 3 chapters, 3.5 chapters. So it's like if we
How
do
many
3, 6, 9, 12,
how many
that's an
chapters is
hour
in
and
the
a half.
volume?
Oh,
I don't
don't get
know.
me wrong.
Does it
I don't know.
change? Does it change? I was trying to see.
How many chapters is in the volume? I don't know.
I was just gonna compare it to because how long? How many chapters
I
was
think
the?
12 to 16.
Because how many? I was gonna ask how many chapters was the Reze arc? Because I know it wasn't that long in the manga. That's the reason I was gonna compare it because that's a great movie and that was I know that arc wasn't really long. The in the what's the name?
14. So yeah, so that would be perfect.
That'd be
That's perfect. It
perfect.
was
Yeah.
14 chapters. That's perfect movie length. Like
Yep.
I think
And
especially because
straight
the amount of
ends.
detail and stuff that's gonna go into it, bro. Like, and we know how much money they're gonna pour into it. I think that just it's easier if you just have it to where it's like you probably end the season when
Yeah, I was about to say that'll be
like
easy,
you said
bro. When they pull up,
you end the
oh, that'll be
season right
crazy.
there
Yeah.
when you know when obviously if they fight obviously eventually right you end the season right there and then after that, yeah, because technically the stuff they show after that, I guess the quote unquote like training, that's a lot of that's off screen anyway,
Yeah.
right? So then when you start the movie, you're gonna start it with the I don't want to give too much away, but like the pep, like not pep talk, but like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Whenever he basically go into the ring or whatever,
So
right?
do you
And
think
people
they
hype.
do you think they should end it with him getting out? Wait, how many stuff happened between him
Yes,
getting out? Oh, yes, that'd be live. Oh
You
yeah, it'd
feel
be
me?
crazy. I ain't
Like,
gonna, yeah,
come
that'd be
on,
crazy. Yeah, that's
like
their movie. Making
who the
it to
studio
Gojo
behind
getting
it?
out. I don't know at all. Is it Mappa? No, huh? I don't know.
Blanket.
Yeah, I'm blinking to right now, but that would be crazy. In that season, whatever 5 or 6, with him
It is Mappa.
escaping is Mappa. So yeah, him leaving the what's the name? That would be
Come
crazy. The
on,
aura moment,
come
then them
on,
clashing.
come on,
Then it'd be
come
like,
on. No,
oh,
they
and
go.
right
Then
after they could be like
you gonna
movie.
see a
Yeah,
little
I ain't gonna.
bro.
That's gonna sell a
Come
lot.
on,
That's
you
gonna
gonna
sell.
see bro pull up. They gonna say, "Who are you? Who are you?" He said, "Hadouken." He said, "Cool." And then Sugami just said,
Then they gonna be like Gojo versus Sukuna in theaters will be
"Come on,
nasty. They
that's
should do
going,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's perfect, bro. Like you can't, because by like the next season they animate, they're not gonna get to it in the next season.
Yeah,
Like
oh yeah,
if it's like 10, 12 episodes, like
it's
you're
a lot of
not getting
stuff. Nah, it's a lot of stuff they
we
gotta do.
a lot of stuff we got to get to, right? So it's like you do that, you end a season there, a year and a half later, drop the hour and a half, 2 hour movie
That'll
or
be
whatever,
fire.
right? And then your final season
Hey,
is gonna be
hey, they should
come
hire
on,
you. They should hire
Apple.
you.
I hope y'all
They
listening.
should hire
I'm
you.
trying to make y'all eat.
They should
You know
hire
how
you.
much money y'all make? Y'all put that in theaters.
They
It's
they
gonna be
they
people that never even seen JJK. That's that. Oh my god, everybody else watch it too.
and you know what makes that more probable is because the way the Demon Slayer doing their last season.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the first one
Exactly.
made a lot of money, and that wasn't really quote unquote the really best parts. Oh yeah, so yeah, yeah. So it's a high chance for them doing that. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, because especially we may see that more common. Cause like I said, Chainsaw Man did that because like it was a
Hmm.
smaller arc, but it was good. So yeah, they should. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. That would be ain't gonna lie.
Hmm.
That money. I mean that's is making
Come
more
on.
money than the demon. Bro,
Come on.
if the Demon Slayer movement, bro,
Come
think
on.
about worldwide. I ain't gonna lie, that may make 2 billion. If the Demon Slayer movie made 1 billion worldwide, because you know most of the money what I think it coming from what is it China I think because yeah cause they got so many people is so yeah if they do that in America it's gonna make at least easily 100 million but in Japan and China open the week
Man,
make 400 million like
man.
yeah I ain't gonna that yeah that would
You
be
know how much
crazy
money
bro
go in their pockets?
because I was
Come
hyped
on,
for the
bro.
Demon Slayer movie but you know me I'm not even a big fan of like Demon
You don't
Slayer
even like
like that
that.
and
Come
I was
on.
hyped for it, and now it had me hyped. Oh, I can't wait for the next movie. But I love JJK. Oh yeah, bro, that will be. I ain't gonna lie,
Bro, this may be
that
the
will be
most
cinema.
anticipated fight. And I don't even know how long, bro.
That would be cinema, bro. Because the build up to it, throughout the arcs, and we can see whenever about the kind of last season, it makes it so much better. Kind of last season is going to end so crazy, kind of like how Demon Slayer ended crazy with them falling through the thing. That would be even crazy. Kind of like Sukuna switching the body, and you usually boom, then like or like throughout that season, it's crazy stuff like that. You see Sukuna switch, people go like, what the hell? Like anime onlys not going to expect that. And then
Come
it's gonna
on, bro.
showcase his strength more whenever he fought Maki and Yuji. But oh my god, Sukuna 2
Mm-hmm.
OP. Think about it, Sukuna.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the end, Gojo get on. Think about oh my gosh, Gojo. Yeah, that will yeah, like that will yeah, that would be nasty. Yeah,
That's it, bro. Come on. So
that'd be fine.
I hope they go. I really hope they go that route because I just
That'd be fire.
like, can you do it justice in a season? Like, of course you can, because
Yeah,
like obviously you could look at Luffy versus Kaido, right?
fire.
But like Luffy versus Kaido is different because that wasn't straight. Like you had like obviously they're fighting, but like they're different people.
Yeah,
While that
right.
this is 13, 14 chapters in a row
Straight hands,
of straight
straight
hands,
hands,
straight boxing.
straight hands.
There's no way you don't put that in a
Yeah,
movie
that'll be the angle, the action pack. For the only thing, it'll be like the first 5 to 10 minutes. Like I said, the pep talk, and that's not boring. That was cool with him talking to them
at
and all that
all.
stuff, and them,
Come on,
tell
bro.
him that he's showing different side. He really locked in, and yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, yeah, that would be cause cause a lot of newer anime fans or casual anime fans love Demon Slayer because a lot of action.
Mhm.
It's that whole that whole movie, excuse me, will be a whole lot of action.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Uh,
But
yep,
to answer your question,
yeah.
you asked me if it's gonna be as hype as Goku versus Jiren and as good as Naruto versus Sasuke. Um, I think this has the potential to surpass Goku versus Jiren. Because let's be honest, a lot of people didn't read Dragon Ball Super manga, right? We were basically anime onlys watching that, right?
You know,
Because
it's a
at that
crazy
point,
part though. I wasn't
the
even
manga
expecting it,
wasn't
bro.
even um The manga wasn't even, they didn't even finish the fight in the manga when they animated that.
I think that's one reason that made it so what's in it because people we wasn't ready for it. Cause I
Mm-hmm.
was not
It
ready
wasn't.
for it. I was like, what's going
Nobody was.
on? Yeah.
Nobody was. So like we like for like we live it me, Donovan, PJ and our David, and that's two of our homeboys from like back in high school and middle school and stuff like that. We literally was in my house, like in my room. That was a watch party for the finale of the fight.
Crazy.
That is how crazy that fight was. Um, I think this hype will probably I think it can surpass that if I'm being honest. Because once again, we were
It
pleasantly
it'll be
surprised
close.
for sure. But it's like that the level of anticipation surrounding that will be nowhere near the levels of this though. Because once again, we didn't know what was gonna happen.
Well, a
So
lot of
it's
people.
like
Yeah.
we were just surprised, right? And it was just like, oh, they boxing, they going crazy, blah, blah, blah.
Whole new
This
form.
though, and of course, Dragon Ball Super has multiple arcs or whatever, right? So it's not like Jiren has been the big bad guy the whole time
Yeah, it was
or whatever,
hit at the
right?
beginning and stuff. Yeah.
Come on, bro. First
Frieza
episode,
hit. Yeah.
Gojo versus Sukuna. And then Gojo saying, oh, this your man? Is this supposed to be the strongest dude? And Sukuna like, man, kill you. I'm gonna come back. We said, oh.
That was
You like, bro,
happening.
literally the entire story in the making is leading up to this point. Eventually, inevitably, there was gonna be a time where they had to face off, square off. So I
Yeah.
think from a hype perspective, it can reach those levels, if not surpass it. Will it be better than Naruto versus Sasuke? I I don't think it will, but that's not because of the fight itself. It's
The
because
build up.
thematic speaking, everything that went into it. Naruto versus Sasuke was legitimately the entire story leading up to that moment, right? I just said the
I
same
mean,
thing
like
for
you
J.
said, yeah, I was about to say, yeah, you kind of said the same thing a little bit, but it is different, yeah.
From a emotional standpoint and perspective, from a thematic standpoint and perspective, because like I don't want to give too much away,
A lot of people
but like
was emotional at the outcome of that fight, though. A lot of people was
for
emotional.
sure. For sure. But it's like I don't want to spoil nothing. But at the end of the day, you knew it could only really go one way.
I
Like
guess, yeah. You can
you
say that.
should like you legit like genuinely though. Like
I
of
mean,
course
well, maybe we could have thought that other people was going to jump in and help after that. I mean, it could
you
have.
know I'm talking about the conclusion.
Mm, I don't know because it happened so sudden though. Like you remember, that's what a lot of
You
people
know, for
are mad
sure.
about. So
I had a problem with it too, if I'm being honest. But it's like
I mean, I don't know, but Jessica is different though, because I wouldn't be surprised if the opposite happened. Because like, if the main characters isn't really like the story isn't like a Naruto when we know but Naruto's gonna solve most of all the problems and stuff like that. Jessica isn't. I feel like not like that because usually I guess it can be in some ways because he did beat Mahito, but I don't expect. Well, I really didn't expect like usually to try to do stuff like a Naruto and do everything. So because I don't know because it's just because Gojo solved all the problems too. So it's just difficult.
right, right.
So because he's
I
like
just
the
feel
end
like
all be all.
yeah, he's the strongest.
But yeah, I guess yeah.
But I just like I just generally feel like the story, like I mean, bro, the story would have ended. You see what I'm saying?
Mm,
So it's like
I
I
don't.
think that aspect of it versus the you knew that Naruto versus like you knew that was a lot of it was like you knew this was gonna basically decide the fate of the world, like genuinely. And like once again, you could say that for JJK,
Yeah, you
but
kind of say that a
you
little bit.
really can't because it's like they still had like I don't like once again, I don't want to get too much into it, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
bro, you had a whole separate whatchamacallit. Bro, Naruto lost GG's in the chat. I'm not gonna lie. Like Sasuke said, I'm putting the whole world under whatchamacallit. Like we go and that's is what it is. So I think from an emotional perspective, we talked about this before with JJK already. Can you feel emotions in JJK? Absolutely, obviously, right? But it's like really only from deaths though. it's only from people dying that people really have those emotions. I feel like arise from JJK, as opposed to Naruto. Some of the most emotional or impactful moments is like they're not only related or tied to death. Like when Minato came back, or whatever, like or like when Itachi and Sasuke kind of got back together again, or
Yeah,
whatever, when he was reanimated, or whatever, right? Like when Kakashi and Obito fought, like neither of them died, but it's like that's still probably one of the most impactful moments in the series. So
that's
it's
like
like
it's crazy.
I think from an emotional perspective, Naruto is just so much stronger in that category that it felt like it was more at stake, if you will, in that fight as opposed to what we got. So I think that's why it'll be
Yeah,
better. From a straight boxing perspective, I think they'll probably
come
be
here.
neck and neck right there. But I
Okay,
think
yeah,
it's
okay,
everything
yeah,
else.
okay. For straight boxer, okay.
But yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, and I forgot. Actually, my high was my tattoo last week. I completely forgot. I don't know if I got my boy Minato, my goat. Um,
I'll let y'all know he said he was done for a minute.
and I'm still not done. I'm trying to. I ain't gonna lie. I've been thinking about. Well, you already know what I'm getting. I'm letting y'all know. I'm getting. Now I want, cause I don't know. I've been weird. I don't really want no tattoos on like my arms and stuff. More so, cause the reason I got on my forearm and like this at first, cause I want to like see it whenever I can, whenever I wake up, go to sleep, and I think it's gonna hurt more on my arms, and so I'm gonna deck out like I'm gonna get half sleeve all around my forearms, and so now I think about to getting like big manga panels now. So the one for sure I'm gonna get is Ichigo save or protect the Soul Society. Or whenever Bayaka was telling him that, and that's tough. I'm gonna do one for Bleach. I don't know when I'm gonna get niggas. I did say I was gonna get the Aizen Welcome to My Soul Society, but I don't know if I'm gonna get that. I think I'm gonna get another show. Or I was get for a motivation. Even though like Demon Slayer, like it's a good saying, set your heart ablaze with Rengoku, and I'm gonna probably
Mhm.
like get like some flames around it or something like that. You know, I thought about plus ultra, but I don't know. Maybe I may get that super small. So I'm thinking about stuff like that. I'm probably gonna get the what's the name one. But yeah, that was my high. That's it. And one last question, so we have another question, so I could have some shorts. I thought about this quickly, and it's probably gonna be a quick answer because I don't know if we mess with this character as much as everybody else does, but I know the general audience really love him. Is Bakugo up there with like the Vegeta, the Sasuke, the Killer War as one of the best side characters in anime all time? And like I said previously, I know
No.
it's gonna be easier for us because we don't really uh you know, I mess with Bakugo, but not like a lot of people
Right.
do. A lot of people really love him. That's like I said all the time again. But they did a poll for the most popular My Hero character, and Bakugo won by like a landslide, I think. And people just love Bakugo. Like I said, I feel like now like the new gen side characters from like all the troops, from Black Clover to Chainsaw Man to like Demon Slayer. Bakugo, I feel like is the most popular out of all the side characters,
I'd
all
agree.
the new gen. So I was saying, is he up there with some of the old goats? No. Do you think it's like,
I don't
so
think
you
so.
think like they S tier and he like A plus, or is he like where that's my
I think
goal?
that's a good way to put it.
But
Like
yeah,
I think, like honestly, I think Vegeta and Sasuke,
is
if
in the
you really
class
want
at
to keep it
home.
a B, are yeah. I
Yeah,
think they're
yeah, there.
probably the only two that are like double S
You
tier
know, I had to
or
sneak in my
whatever,
goat
right?
man. You know, try to sneak him in.
Shout out Killua,
I try to
right?
sneak him
Like, and
in.
I think Killua will be an S tier,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
I
don't
can
think
just
he's
say
up there with
S plus
them, but
plus.
I
Yeah,
think he is clear cut one of
about
the
to go.
most like one of the better or best deuteragonists
Yeah,
of all time. Um, Bakugo not there though, bro. I'm not gonna
I
hold
think
you.
so.
I think Bakugo like an A. Like he's not bad by any means. I'm not trying to slide him. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but he's not touching him. I'm not gonna
is it
hold you.
like your personal interest in them? Is it like the story, like you know, the dynamic? I know you're talking about Deuteragonist and Bakugo basically is that too. So is it like so you like Sasuke dynamic through what's the name better? How they story with him, pain and revenge to they going together, fighting moments, she get together in final clash and Killua, you know, how Gon and Killua was opposites. Killua was
Mhm,
raised an assassin, but he had at times sort of inner story bigger heart than Gon. So
mhm.
Dynamic, you know, and Vegeta with pride and saying all that. So is it that you don't really just like Bakugo, just like personal interest them that much, or is it his dynamic with Bakugo that you? I mean, excuse me, his dynamic with Deku you don't really like
Yeah,
is the reason you don't put him up there S plus plus.
I think. and I would also like to say Zoro is also double S tier. I forgot to mention him,
Yeah.
but I do also think
I don't know. You know, Zoro is my favorite in One Piece.
you
I think
think
it's just One Piece in general. I think I've slowly like it falling like from like on grace for
yeah,
me. I don't. It's not that it's bad enough because it's been cooking. The manga and anime been cooking. I don't know. I just yeah Zoro because I was thinking about like, other tattoos. Like I wouldn't even get a Zoro tattoo. And like I said, he know that I love Zoro. Zoro is my favorite character in One Piece. And I was like, nah, I don't
for
think I'll ever
sure.
get one of Zoro. So
Man,
I
that's
think it
crazy.
may be
That's
just
very
that, but I
surprising.
don't know. But I don't. I think maybe just because
Very
Sanji.
surprising.
I think it's because Sanji messed up for me. Even though Zoro is more closer, I think Sanji is like on the same level of Deuteragonist, or not Deuterag, but just similar to Zoro level. You know, it's just included
Oh,
them.
for sure.
Them two is
They're the
included.
wings of the Pirate King,
So
for sure.
yeah, I think that's also what brings it down for me because Sasuke is just it's just Naruto and Sasuke, or Naruto and Sasuke, and for Vegeta and Goku,
Are
it's just
you completely blanking on Sakura?
I'm gonna let you didn't say that. So it's just Vegeta.
I'm just
Sakura
saying,
is
like
not
it's
on the
basically it's
level
a
of Deuter.
very like
She's not on the level.
she's not on the level of Sanji for sure. But it's just like I mean,
There is nowhere close. The whole story is Sasuke and Naruto. They got so many plots. Sakura and them
right?
only got one plot. They got the family thing, the Itachi thing, so many things that intertwine.
Direct parallels of one another. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the prophecy. They it was literally reincarnations. It's different, and even Killer was going like I said. There's no Kurapika as a side character, and I'm blanking on his name. Riolo or
Leorio.
whatever, like the tall dude name.
Leorio.
Yeah, yeah. But they're sidekick, but they're not, on the level of Gon the Killer. And like I said, Goku and Vegeta, clearly they're 1A, 1B. Gohan and everybody else nowhere near Piccolo, them two. So I feel like, sorry, and lastly, Deku and Bago, even though they got plenty of great side characters, they like Todoroki, Deku and Bago is clearly like the one, too. So I feel like with Luffy and Zoro
That's
is
interesting.
Sanji is also there too. Even though I think though Zoro is like if like Zoro on this level, Sanji is there in the connection with Luffy and they're like being the Deuteragon. Because like I said, I would easily if somebody asks me who the Dragons are One Piece, I would easily say it's Zoro over Sanji. It's just that
Yeah.
Sanji is just too close to Zoro to me. Like you said, they are theoretically supposed to be like the equals, connected the wings of Luffy and stuff like that. Bless you.
Yeah.
So I think
Thank
that's
you.
what Doc him down with me. S like he S plus because to be honest, I feel like I ain't gonna well this is personal bias of course. I feel like I like Killer more as a Deuteragon because look, it's not the fault of
If
one.
you may like him more, does that mean he's better though?
I think he's better because it's not the fault of One Piece. It's just that they got so many characters. I think that it's hard to what's the name. Hunter got a lot of characters, but it's easier to. It's like going and kill a story. It's about for the anime majority of it. It's
Right.
about going and kill a story. Going to kill a house and doing. It's a whole bunch of arcs like that. And of course, there was arcs early on with Luffy. Getting Zoro. But for example, Sanji got like kind of his arc with Luffy trying to help him with Whole Cake. Has Zoro has that
That's
yet?
honestly
Besides,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
besides the super early arc when he met him, has Zoro had an arc like Sanji? Even Sanji got one where he whole thing that he's going to his
I'm
family
extremely glad you brought that up. I think the only reason you feel this way is because
because he
of
haven't
Whole
got
Cake
that.
Island or whatever, right? And it's not
Yeah,
even, I don't even think it's the fact that Zoro hasn't gotten it. I just think if you look at the moments they've had throughout the series, right, you could probably say, like, I think the reason, like, once again, you feel that way is probably because of Whole Cake Island, right? And I would also throw in 102 because he low-key kind of got some more of his lore and like family background
yeah,
explained in the sense of he fully turned into like his Germa 66 like body, whatever, right? But I guess to me, all because I feel like Zoro stuff happened quote unquote earlier, I don't think that diminishes or takes away from it. Because for instance, Sanji does not have a single moment like nothing happened.
yeah. You're right.
I'm gonna just let it sit there too. Like, not only that, Zoro literally checks Luffy multiple times, and nobody says nothing about it because they know Zoro can do that. Like, for instance, whenever Usopp wanted to leave because they let go of the going Mary or whatever, right? And Usopp was mad, blah blah blah, and Luffy was tweaking. And Zoro said, "Hey, bro, stand up." You the captain. Like if this is how you acted, I will leave this crew right now because that is not how
Yeah.
I'm followed. You're my leader. I am voluntarily putting myself below you because that is how much faith I have in you. And this is not the type of person I'm gonna follow. Or whatever, right? Sanji don't have a moment like that. Zoro wants to be the world's strongest swordsman. He literally went to Mihawk, begged him
Mm-hmm.
to train him to essentially not give up his dream, but literally go to his biggest top that he wants to beat one day for the sake of getting stronger for Luffy for him to realize his dream. Sanji did not have to do nothing remotely close to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I guess like I'm looking at moments like those, and I think regarding and all of those are directly tied to like the dynamic of Zoro and Luffy or whatever, right? And I think that has way more, I guess, emotional impact and like overall on the story
Sorry.
versus like because to your point, like Sanji did get his arc in Whole Cake, right? And it's like I think that really boosted him up as far as like to your point, it kind of made it to where Zoro's like, here, Sanji is here. I'm not gonna dispute that or whatever, right? Or dispute that. But I think those moments though, nah, Sanji
Yeah.
don't have those are three moments I just named. I don't think Sanji has low key one moment
Yeah.
like that that
I
can
don't know.
probably even be in the same realm.
It's probably just 'cause I haven't watched One Piece in so long, so the emotional parts of it is not really sticking in my head. But I even have, I'm probably putting, I have like the Usopp moment when Luffy in battle, like above the stuff that Zoro and I don't know, like not above, but it like sticks out in my mind more of like stuff that happened with like the people whenever Usopp and Luffy fought over the Going Merry because that
Yeah,
whole arc
yeah,
was so
yeah, yeah.
emotional. Then they fought like I
Right.
don't know why that's more like prominent in my mind than Zoro. You know, what I'm saying nothing happened or just stuff
That's
that
more
I don't
prominent
know
than nothing happened.
in my mind. And I don't know why I'm pushing like of a main character side character dispute that's close as boys or just anything that happened. It's just um Marineford ending arcs. Oh, appreciate the people that commented. Sorry, we was in a heated or a good discussion. Appreciate you, Joe. Of course, Scrimp
I can't believe
and
what I
V.
just heard.
Appreciate all the. It's I don't know why. It's just like more sticking out in my. I can't
Is
explain.
Zoro's your favorite
Yeah, I know,
character? Like
and I
what?
can't explain in like what way though. I'm trying to like pinpoint what way. It just that moment
Yeah,
bring more
you're
emotional.
gonna get
Yeah,
cooked in the
I don't know
comments.
that,
Please post this.
but I don't know why that yeah. I'm that moment sticks out more in Usa like just emotion, them beefing over the Going Mary, and it was really trying to. That just I don't know like I ain't saying that it's a better moment. It's just prominently when I think of like I don't know stuff that happened, but I don't know why. It's probably because I haven't watched it in a while and I'm foggy on like the multiple Zoro and Luffy moment. It's just they don't feel like they just don't feel like Sasuke and Naruto,
Bro.
Vegeta and Goku,
And
Bakugo and Deku. And I think it's because it's other characters. They also have to get loose. They have to
that's
get Luffy
crazy.
Luffy attention. You can't just focus solely on their story. And I'm saying it's not the fault of what's the name, but it's just I think that's how like you can like Killua and Gon feel like yeah man they boom like they there. Vegeta and Goku, you know, of course, you don't gotta talk about that. Even like Bakugo and Deku, they rivalry throughout the whole show. They feel I'm not I ain't saying that it's better, but they feel it feel more of like a cause it's not a bond because Zoro and Luffy, I feel like it's closer than Bakugo and Deku. I just can't explain it. Like it just feels like the dynamic feels just more intense, like or more pivotal to the story. I
It's
don't.
but
It's just
like it's a
it's hard for me to put it in words. I don't know. Yeah, I'm butchering this.
that's just so it's interesting to hear that because even if you look at Wano, there's a reason why Zoro was on that rooftop with Luffy when it was Kid, Killer, and Law,
Yeah,
whatever. It's a reason why Zoro always fights the second strongest
you're right.
person
You're
on
right.
the op side. The Yonko, like their Yonko Commander one
I know what you.
or
Okay,
whatever, right?
PJ.
Like
PJ said but you know what I'm saying. You see what I'm sorry, I mean, but you see what I'm trying to say. Script. I'm just like they just it feel more like a bump. But sorry, go ahead and continue. Do you want to point out that boy
so you
script?
but like you so you're basically saying because it has a bigger cast, like that diminishes
No,
like the ball.
I really don't know. I'm really because I'm really like I know what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to pinpoint it to put it in words. Like I feel the emotion that they just feel more invested and closer. But it's crazy because like I said, I feel like Luffy and Zoro are closer than Baku and Deku. It just feel I don't know, like I'm trying to just convince myself maybe it is because the bigger cast. Like I said, that you can't really solely focus on. I don't know, because it's just like when you think of Deku, like you think of Bago. I guess I said it. When you think of Deku, Bago, okay. When you think of Goku, you think of Vegeta. When you think of Gun, you think of Killua. I don't automatically think of Zoro when you think of Luffy.
Who you think of?
No one. I think that's just the story, like the way the story is itself. I don't think of like no really particular person. And then Scrimp did say maybe it's not enough hate, but Killer and Gon didn't hate each other. But every other person did hate each other though. Goku and Vegeta. I guess that could be a thing, but I guess that could be one aspect that they don't really. I don't know, cause maybe it could be the way they're showing their emotions, because like I said, hate, you can clearly see hate, cause like I said, all the other people, Naruto, I mean Sasuke hated Naruto. Well, I guess they didn't really hate each other, but it felt like hate the way they was. Sasuke was trying to body him multiple times and stuff like that. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, Vegeta hated Goku, during what's saying. Bakugo hated Deku. But the only outlier is Killua, but I feel like you see their brotherly love is so strong though. I think maybe that's why. And that's not a fault to them. I think Zoro is just like the silent, type like that. He don't really ain't showing him what's there. But he did early on, like I said, and he did more time when oh yeah, I want to be the best swordsman for him. All that stuff. He was showing him most. It's just, I guess, throughout the whole story, it just feel them duels feel like I said, Killua was saying their whole love. I can see it, I feel it. Even later on, Naruto and Sasuke, when they, was boys again, I can see that. I think it's just the way the story is, because Naruto made it show the emotion when he chasing out Sasuke so much.
Yeah.
Killua went going, like I said, it's a moment, like I said, the people when going about to bite himself, Killua would stop him, saying, "Come on, man," or when he see him going his life, and then later on when he doing everything, trying to convince his sister to help. I think it's weird, cause like I said, there is moments like that with Luffy and Zoro though. So I don't know. I'm just contradicting myself, but to me personally, it just feels, I guess, the connection
I mean,
between them is more
I,
deeper.
could- I
I don't know,
respect that though. Like,
but they're
if
different
that's
point of view.
if that's just how you perceive it, then I mean, if that's like, I
Okay.
mean, you feel how you feel.
Yeah,
So it's like
like
you just feel like you don't
I
feel
just like,
that
oh
emotional
yeah,
connection. And I truly do think it is because of the cast, if I'm being honest.
I think
Because a lot of those stories that you're naming, that was a central and
part. I think
prominent
that's what it was of the
theme or
story.
role in the
Yeah,
show, right? Like Goku and Vegeta was a prominent thing in that series.
yeah.
Same exact thing for Naruto and Sasuke. Same
I
exact
think
thing
that's
for
why
Gon and Killua.
all of
I
them
don't know if it's the same exact thing for Deku and Bakugo, but that was more.
super
That was
strong.
definitely a focus,
It
like
was down, yeah, early
plot
on,
line, if
yeah.
you will, or whatever, right?
Well,
As
actually,
opposed to like,
but you could say that was the main thing too, because you remember later on, well, towards the end at the fights, they was always. 'Cause I think they main thing was trying to both be like All Might. So maybe
yeah,
that's what. Yeah. So that was the main thing.
they
Yeah. So
both looked
it
up
could be
to
the
him,
main
and
thing.
they
Yeah.
both, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
you
like,
was like, yeah, you was like, it
I
was
can
maybe it's
see
that.
that,
Maybe
and
it's
if
that.
they, and I think that's probably what it is, and if that's the case, because while they do have that dynamic, it isn't necessarily a central or
Like
main
hammering down.
focus
Yeah.
of the show or whatever, right? So I can understand that. While I do think that his moments in like that relationship still is like up there, and I think he still is one of the best Deuteragonists of all time. Considering that view or that lens of it, I can understand why you don't have him like that high per
Yeah.
se.
It's crazy. I'm glad we talked about it, because I never really thought about it. Like I never really put that in front of my mind. But it also could be, like I said, playing the part. Like I said, I've been gradually over the years becoming lesser a little bit on One Piece, and I haven't watched
Right.
it. So maybe that's really it. So I'm really interested in the posters to see how other people feel if I'm on board, because like I said, that could play a big part. I'm becoming less and less, and all the people, I still love them. Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorites. Of course, Naruto is my favorite. Same with Dragon Ball. But besides my hero, but also my hero could be because Reese bias. I just witnessed Bago doing all this crazy stuff, and him talking about all my, him all like you now, Deku and stuff like that. So maybe that also could be a thing that I love those shows more. And the only thing with my hero is that it's super recent. It just ended this year or last year. So maybe, and I haven't seen the moments in One Piece in forever, and I haven't watched, even though I know what's going on
Yeah.
more or less in the most recent arcs, I haven't watched the moments and all that stuff. Let me see what the comments saying. Okay, Scrim said, of course, those duos don't hate each other, but there was definitely a point in time when they both considered themselves as 1A. Okay, yeah, with most of them besides Killua. Somebody V said the problem with Zoro and Luffy as a duo is that they're not. Zoro and Luffy don't see each other as he said Zoro and Luffy don't see each other as, equals or better than each other. Zoro knows he's his right hand man, not his competition. You are right about that towards the end. Like just like you said earlier, Zoro, like you said a moment, he knows Luffy is the captain, so maybe that is
Are
it.
Gon and Killua competing against each other though?
But he said he also said seeing them as equals. I think they do see each other as equals though. Killer
No,
and
genuinely. I think Luffy
see Zoro as an equal. But like you said a moment, Zoro clearly see himself as a second hand man, and like that's his bragging, right? I'm just
for sure. For
so
sure.
I see his point. He said the dual. He also said the dual aspect would fit Zoro and Sanji. I would see
No.
that. Okay,
No,
look.
I'm not going.
I see what. Okay,
I'm not
look.
going.
Look, I agree with you. It's more closer to Luffy. What's the name? Some
No.
but some aspects of it is stronger.
No.
Some aspects of it is stronger than Zoro, and that's and like and like we said and they say it's because the competition aspect. Because when you said dual agonists, the biggest thing is
Because they
competition.
rivals don't mean that it's a
I
duo.
know.
I'm not
I'm
going
agreeing
for
with
that.
you.
No.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying though that do make it a better. Most duragonists what they beef each other. Even Fairy Tale, Gray and
Not too
Natsu,
great.
it's still they're beefing. So I see what he's saying though, because they Zoro and Sonic throughout the whole series trying to beef, but they aren't that close though. Like Luffy and Zoro. Yeah, so I understand that. Like it won't affect Zoro.
I can see the point. Let me not act like I don't understand what he's saying. I'm just not going.
Yeah, Zoro. Squirrel said Zoro submitted to the idea of being number 2. I think that's also a big thing. Yeah, he know he's number 2. Bago and Deku still trying to fight for number 1. I guess you could say Sasuke towards the end, but that's like super at the very end of the story that he did that at.
Right,
that
at
was
the
like
conclusion
that was
where he's like you're stronger.
That was at the very end. Zoro did that. So I guess I'm trying to think of any of the duos.
I don't think it's like
one of the duos because Natsu and Gray compete with each other. Is any more popular ones?
But those are like openly you saying popular, right? But like I can think of like some of the newer stuff, right? So you got like Asta, or whatever, right? Like that's very typical like shonen quote unquote cliche, if you will. I don't, but Zoro and Luffy's dynamic to me is more similar to like Gon and Killua in a sense of like they aren't necessarily rivals though. Like that's not their dynamic, and that's not what the relationship is built off of. The relationship is really built off of sacrifice and things that they would do for like one another. That's kind of like alluding to those things I said earlier that Zoro did for Luffy whatever, right? Once again, you can say for Killua, he not sacrificed but regained his humanity, if you will, in order to help Gon out when he was losing his or whatever, right? So it's like I think that's more so how their dynamic is built upon and grown and based off of like that mutual respect and the sacrifice that they made for one another, as opposed to like the typical like rivalry thing. I don't think because you don't have that rivalry aspect, it doesn't mean you're automatically not a duo, but that is the most common trope that we see regarding it, so I can understand it. But it's like I don't think all because he's like, like I'm your right hand man, like that'll mean they not like a duo though,
Yeah, so. It's just that also, and like I said this earlier, the killer thing, they're more closer, but it's just because, like I said, I guess because they are kids that you see their emotion more, because they are 12, 11 years old kids, and they really ride it. I think that's the only reason I put them past was saying because they ride it that free, or like they are children. But, oh my god, that discussion was for a hot minute. You got anything? Those random questions about we could do like maybe like
I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking of Bleach. Would you consider Ichigo and Ryu?
No, Ryu.
Ishida.
Renji?
With the no, the freaking the Quincy, bro. Yeah.
No. They if you had to pick one, it's between him and Renji, but Bleach set up the way it was not they not like super close. So no, I don't think so. Yeah, but that would be the close one.
It would be more. I think it would be more so whatchamacallit. I'm not gonna hold you.
I haven't watched it so long. I have to remember if it's anymore. I just remember Renji him was just like, oh yeah, competition more and stuff like that. But
like, because obviously, like Ichigo, like the Soul Reaper, and what's his name? Uryu is the Uryu is the
Quincy.
Quincy or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, they natural ops or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when you get into like this 1,000-year blood war arc that we in now, you're kind of starting to see like those parallels kind of just like coming hand in hand. Like obviously, Ichigo is like basically the chosen one.
Yeah.
And what's you call it, but Uryu is low key, also low key the chosen one, for like the Quincy's or whatever. So that's why I was just curious from like that rivalry aspect or perspective.
Yeah.
But that's the only really like the other main one
Because
I
I
think I
was
can
gonna say
think
like
of as of now.
I would say any of the Joe Bros, but like who's the most popular Joe Bro you'll put? Is it the best one to you, like Jono and Bucciarati? Who's the Jotaro, and like who's the best?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it
saying?
would probably, even
I'm
if I'm
trying to
thinking of
think
like
of other shows.
Jotaro, that was like a group
Yes, yeah, I'm trying to
for the
think of
most part.
the
I mean, you
brother
got Edward
Josuke
and
and Koichi.
Hal.
Yeah,
Say it again.
but that's kind of more team because they are brothers. Yeah, I was saying Josuke and Koichi or Josuke and I forgot the handle name. But yeah, Edward Al, yeah, that is yeah. I think when I think of that top of my head because they are actual brothers, so it's easier for the connection.
Hinata and Kageyama. I don't know if you consider that.
Well, that's fire, but no, that's also
You about
competition.
to
See,
say
that's why no, that's
you
fire.
don't think of Hinata, not think
That's
of
fire.
Kageyama, and
That's
vice versa.
you're right. That's fire,
Or
but
that.
it's also because the competition. Isn't I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
the competition. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is fire. Yeah, they're a great
Who
group.
else?
I'm trying to think of other stuff. Yeah, other anime. I'm trying to look at my room. Y'all
You
got
wouldn't think of
anything in the
Berserk.
comments?
You wouldn't think of Guts and Griffiths, huh?
You can't.
No way we call that a
But not
duo,
duo.
though.
Yeah. No
No,
rivals. If
no
you
way we
saying
call
yeah,
that a
if you say
duo.
like rivals, yeah, stuff like yeah, they're coming the best because they're worst ops or one of the worst teams. So yeah, but yeah, not duo. I'm trying to think. That's all of. I like the most Naruto, Bleach, Code Geass. I'm not counting the old boy.
Mm-mm.
Oh, you are Medios and Bond. They are. And I'm really
That is a
upset.
duo.
I'm really upset that the anime taper off so bad because we was loving the manga. I loved the manga. The
Man,
manga was
that
very
manga
good to me.
was
The manga was so
crazy.
great to me. I'm so mad it's really not talked
Crazy.
about. The manga was great. Well, it's talked about a little bit more because of sequel series and people like see
Yeah.
how good the manga is. So they're, oh my gosh, the must have been good. But yeah, it made me so upset that the manga was great. I was one of the mangas I was watching like reading weekly. It was really hype for. Yeah, so Middles and Bond are good. It's because that competition. Yeah, like you said, Asta, Denji don't have nobody really. I'm trying to think of new gens. Are you kind
That's
of
Loki.
Okaroon and what's her name? Gigi? No,
Gen.
sorry, that's not Gigi. What's her name? Did I really
No,
one? Okay.
I'm not. But
Me and Elizabeth.
Meliodas Loki, that's Loki a good pool that's kind of similar to the Gon Killer or Zoro Luke.
Me and Diane.
They rivals, but Bond, no, he's not seeing Meliodas, bro. What they say?
Oh, hold on, whoa. Because do you remember the end though when he went to Purgatory?
I very much so remember the end.
That boy got cold. Oh no,
Meliodas was the Demon King. What are we talking?
but I think the powers are gone because like it would like destroy the world. You remember like he was going to destroy the world.
What did they tell you? He couldn't even exist with his powers.
Bond was cooking. I thought Bond was throwing hands at Demon King though. Bond was cold when he came out of
I'm not
Purgatory,
saying
bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
I,
He not seeing
I really
Meliodas.
don't remember. Okay, probably I don't really remember, but no,
He not seeing it.
I was laughing. I was laughing because Script said with some saying he said me and Elizabeth. Then he said me and Diane or whatever. So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to really think of any of the ones. That's really
That's what I've been trying to do too.
Would you call what's the name of duo? Light in the Hill. They was working together to solve the Kira case, quote unquote.
No. That's
Light
like
Hill?
the same type of thing as Griffith and Guts, bro.
No,
That's the same. That's the same breath of duo, brother.
That was Scrim said Bomb can't hold a can to the mail. You have to read the manga. You didn't look. Okay, Bond, yeah, it's not stronger, but when he came out of Purgatory, he was going crazy when he came out of Purgatory.
He was going crazy when he came out of Purgatory. I can confirm
because for the
that.
longest,
for
the longest he was mid, but you remember all he had was a healing, and everybody was stronger. But when he came out of Purgatory, and he sacrificed that. But sorry, go ahead.
Would you consider Yuji and Megami?
Okay, time to go to the next topic. Hell no. Yeah, on to the next. But hell no. Hell.
Hey, that was a good one. That was a
Yeah.
good one.
Okay, I didn't think we was going to hear about the One Piece so long. We could go over a quick, like, one or two lists so you give the people a taste.
Okay,
Gon's
bet.
dad is a furry. I don't remember. Oh, you're right. I forgot. Wait, was that his real dad though, or was that like just like his foster dad? You remember? Cause I remember
Ron?
like yeah. Then his dad turned to a dog or something. But was that his foster dad or was that his real
I
dad?
don't think that was his real dad.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go.
But I don't know. Give me line.
It
But
been
I just
so long
want to throw
ago.
in
Yeah. Go ahead.
um Gurren Lagann,
I forgot
Simo
their
and
names
Conan.
and well yeah they I ain't whoa it's a good duo and that's along the line of Killua and what's the name because they was homies bro. I made an
No
edit
cap. Cause
like
he
a long
looked up to
time
bro.
ago. I made an edit a long time ago, which is trash of that moment when he died. So that was a great
Yeah.
moment. And I just had somebody else on the name, but I don't remember. Or whatever. We go through this. I'm gonna show what I was gonna do. I was gonna show y'all this. How was I gonna show y'all this?
I can still see it, so unless you're trying to
Actually,
show it
no,
down.
matter of fact, I could know because I had it on, but I took it off when it was like show non-video participants. So there you go. I stream. Okay. So I was gonna give y'all. Oh my gosh, hold on, y'all. Bear with me. I'm trying to remember how to make all of. Oh, there you go. Got all three big enough. So I said earlier, Aaron and the Attack Titan. They say first in script. Not gonna lie, Seto and Yugi when they
He
had a team
tweaking.
up. Seto and Yugi, yeah. If we go to cartoons now, there's a lot. Seto and Yugi was crazy. What was Beyblade? I know you probably didn't watch it. What was his what's his name? Jinga Script. You know what I'm talking about? Jinga and Ryuga. Is that their name? Script. Craig me if I'm wrong, but Yugi and
Oh, we
Seto
getting into
was a
cartoons.
good
I'm
one.
gonna say
Mordecai and Rigby.
Gumball and Darwin.
Darwin,
Like
I'm about to
what?
say
No,
ain't gonna
come
like that
on.
top two.
Come
I think
on.
I
Like we
think I
got
think
some dogs.
I think on popular opinion, I may have, even though they have like I guess a cooler connection, Mordecai and Rigby, I personally like Gumball and
Me too.
Darwin more.
Me too.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
probably
that
my
brother the
favorite
Jinka, yeah.
bro. Yeah, that man, elite television, but the kids don't have that now. Let's not get sidetracked.
But kids had I'm just saying nothing about it, but the kids had a tiny bit of it because I used to watch that with my sister. That was a great show. They had a tiny.
They're
Or
cool,
I
bro. But
sorry, what?
that's
Sorry,
our
yeah.
cartoons.
I about to say because my sister graduated high school now. Or she graduated high school, so you probably talking about kids now. Now, yes, you right. They don't got
Yeah. But even that, that's like our cartoons though.
yeah. Scrimp said the Sponge and Big P. Unpopular opinion. Before we see it, y'all make me go down this rabbit hole now. Unpopular opinion. I do not like SpongeBob like that. I'm not gonna let you. I think it's overrated.
In what sense?
I don't think it was that funny. I didn't enjoy like the plot lines and stuff like that. And I think it's just the character. SpongeBob's main. It's kind of similar to me with what I see with like JJK. The main character is just SpongeBob was cool, but like we
I've
said,
never heard
Gumball and
someone
Darwin, Gumball,
beef with
he's my
SpongeBob.
goat. Gumball is my goat. I love the main character. It's just
I'm not mad at that take, but
Jimmy, Timmy,
disrespecting the
Danny.
big bobster
I just
is
I think it's a
crazy.
little bit overrated, but we can talk about this. We going through a list. Let me go through
Yeah,
this. We can end off. So as y'all can see, I know it's probably small. So Swag Kage did he didn't do a tier list like this, but he actually number ranked all of these fights from like 300 to like 1. He literally ranked all the fights in the big 3. So Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And we are going to go over these. This is going to be a probably take 30 episodes. So at the very end, so it's something for y'all to look forward to. We will do a little bit of these every single day. And then he recently put out a video of arcs, so we're also gonna go through that too. So it's a lot to go over. So the tiers are
my
double
question
A's.
with this,
Um,
we're doing big three, right? So
yeah,
like,
look,
I see like all this
look, let me go
first
back.
part is
Naruto,
Naruto.
but you see Bleach,
So, like,
see all that Bleach.
are we gonna do like a row of Naruto, a row of? Is that how we gonna do it, or
Do you want to? Yeah. So we can do that. Yeah, actually, that'd be cool. Yeah, yeah.
because
Alright,
I just think like if we do it like in quote unquote
Naruto.
order, then
Yeah.
it'll be Naruto for like 10 episodes, then Bleach for 10
Right, you
episodes, and
cook it.
then one
Hey, that's why
10 episodes.
genius, man. Okay, so to end off this episode, we're gonna do one row each, right quick. So starting off with so they got FDC. I don't think none or it is every single fight. I don't know. Some of these I probably not gonna remember at all. I was about to say I don't think no fight should be in F. I don't. They got every single fight. I ain't gonna lie. Before we start, I think One Piece might have the most lowest fights because it's some BS fights in One Piece.
You're not lying.
So double S S
Shout
A
out
B
Frankie versus
C D F. I don't even remember.
what's the baby dude name, bro?
Oh man, come on. Let's get to this. So we start off with Naruto. I'm guessing these are actual in order too, like when they have what.
That's what it look like.
Are they? They may be in order. So the first one, Naruto and Iruka versus Mizuki. I don't remember that. All I remember is Naruto summoning the Shadow Clone.
That's first episode.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember that at all. Where you got this at? And of course, y'all can follow along in the comments. Y'all, of course, let me know where y'all rate, where I put these at on the list. But yeah,
I think it's a C, bro.
C? Yeah, I'm about to say I really remember that. It's not bad, middle of the road.
It's not terrible. I mean, it's not good. Let's be honest. But it does give Naruto. So it's like for that, you kind of gotta like we practically don't have the show if Naruto don't got Shadow Clones, bro.
Senior baby, as he said, senior baby.
Senior peak. That's what it is. That's what he is.
Let's get
shout out Senior Pink, bro.
All right, okay.
I seen that man backstory, almost shed a tear.
Okay, come on, man. Come on.
Shout out Senior Pink.
Sorry, y'all. I'm showing this on Discord though, so whenever I change my screen to do the thing, it will like go blank a little bit, but it fixes back. So we got that next. Oh wait. Is it changing? Or I'm trying to see. Each time we change it, does it? Okay.
Sasuke versus Rock Lee was the end of the first row.
Okay, I was gonna ask you. So which one is the first? Oh, so Sasuke and Rock Lee. Okay.
Yeah.
So next, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura versus Kakashi Part 1. I don't know. Remember that at all, bro.
That's when they first. I think this is when they did the belt.
Yeah, I don't remember the belts. I just don't remember like any what happened in the fights. I don't remember
Sasuke
at all.
cooked them. I mean, Kakashi
cooked them. Okay, look, this is part 1. Is this when he did the what's the name? I ain't gonna just.
I think it is.
Just for that, it has to be C at least. I'm here.
I don't agree with that. I don't think it's D.
Yeah, I say at least C. PJ, yeah, I don't know. PJ, I don't know how the rankings go. Maybe it's the first person who comments. I don't know. But yeah, so you said C at least?
Yeah.
Because I think some of these, I think whenever we get deep into the list, we will rearrange some of them when we see like the other ones that's like with them. So yeah, that's fine. So C is fine for now. Bro, why is it? All right, you go piss me off.
All right. Just stay right there.
Yeah. Next, Team 7. I don't remember none of this.
Team 7. I don't even remember that.
Team 7 versus the Demon Brothers. For now, I may tomorrow watch like a quick video on that because I do not remember that.
If we can't remember that off rip, bro, GG's, bro.
Team 7 versus Zabuza. That's at least B.
I think that's a B.
B for sure. Okay, I'm putting in a B. Putting that B at least. Naruto Sasuke versus Haiku. I may want to put that A, but I'm fine with it being B.
I think it's A.
It's A? Okay, I was about to say, okay.
That's the first moment we've seen in the series. Naruto got his gold
cloak, right? Or not like his
cloak.
Okay.
Cloak. Yep.
Kakashi versus Zabuza. I don't remember this last one. Like when
I think it's B.
Okay.
This is when Kakashi low-key kind of started spazzing. This is when we found out he was because Zabuza, he had like the.
Nah, this one, I don't know. This picture made it seem like that was the thing. Look, you see Team 7 versus Zabuza. That's when they was doing the thing, right?
Oh.
So look, you remember these are in order.
So
it's after the Naruto and Sasuke versus Haiku fight. I don't never remember that at all. But I'll put a B for sure. Like I said, real refresh. I remember Joseph probably would help us too because he watched them more recently than us. Sasuke versus Rock Lee. Do not remember all this. I remember Rock Lee did do my gold dirty though. We see C plus.
I think I got that C.
C, okay,
like
so,
C plus, like
so
high
yes,
C.
So and also to make it more complicated, I'm gonna eventually I'm gonna do it to like, but like the ones in front, it's like better in like the thing. So is this fine for right now? I guess we leave it. Yeah. For now we leave it at that. Okay, so that was the last one for Naruto.
Yep.
We're gonna go. Oh my god, but when it gets so many of these fights. I ain't gonna Bleach. I'm probably not gonna remember none of these fights. Ichigo, the person is. So what's the last way? How many different Naruto? What, 5? 1, 2, 3.
We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
7. Okay, so let's do 7 because it's not. It's what's the next 7 for Bleach. What I missing it? What the first one? At?
Right there. Up, right, right,
Okay,
right there. Yep, right
Ichigo
there.
Rukia versus Fishbone D. I don't remember that at all.
That's I think the first time he got his powers.
Yeah, this is the beginning, bro. I do not remember, bro. I ain't gonna lie. These Bleach ones, I'm not gonna remember at all the beginning. So where you putting this at? I'm gonna go out for you. Where you putting this at?
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty bad for Bleach. I ain't gonna lie. I think
Wait, let me see. Is that
where
fine?
it
Let me
go?
see. Let me see my zoom in.
You
Sorry,
gotta
I was
go
trying
up a
to.
little bit. You went up to One Piece. You went down to One Piece now, basically.
Yeah, let me zoom in though. I was doing a full screen on my screen. Oh my god, is that too zoomed in? Sorry, I'm just trying to change the screen so I can see it better. Sorry, we doing 7. It's right here. Can you see it better? Matter of fact, I'm gonna zoom in another time. Oh, I'm
I
good to go.
can't. I was able to see it before. I can't see it. I can see it, but like I can see. It's like one row on the a column on the left and a column
Oh,
on the right.
I
I can't
forgot. I
fully
forgot
see.
because your what's name. Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave it back to this. I
Okay,
forgot
bet.
because your what's name. Yeah, I forgot. All right. Uh, how about that? Get through this.
Mm. Yeah, Ichigo versus yeah, right there.
Where you gonna put that?
I ain't gonna
C?
lie. Yeah, I think C is cool. I ain't gonna lie. We can. Yeah, I think we'll put that C because I ain't gonna lie. I think all the other ones gonna be.
Oh my god, I lost it. I'm gonna have to go slow like this because I don't got it full screen and it's not moving. It's gonna take. Oh
They
my
ain't do
god, it's gonna
anything
take.
on order.
Nah, I like how you said C.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
It,
lie. That's at the end of C.
oh my god, yeah. We gonna leave it like that, but
It
it
may
will be.
be moved to D.
Yeah, we'll see after tomorrow. So let's blow through these.
Do you want to go ahead and just move all the other ones right now?
What you mean?
Like just start dragging like because that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like just start dragging like the next 6 up right now.
I ain't
You
gonna.
can kind of like
I might do the rest. I don't. Let me see. Can I change it? Any the sevens? No, it's just pin. Oh no, that's just that. Yeah. Uh.
if it's easy for you to do full screen, you can like can you go back and forth?
Oh, he said okay. Kiev. Full screen.
Like for instance, like right now, we talking about which fight.
What did I just move? Oh
Is
my
it
god.
easier? That's Sanji versus Epsilon.
I actually moved it too far. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, we
You
go.
can leave it. That's where you pulled
Yeah.
it from.
Okay. No, I'm still scrolling. Love it. It's still yeah. It's gonna be difficult. It'll be annoying to drag it. I thought it was like I was hoping that it's gonna automatically go up. Yeah, it doesn't. All right, this could be some BS. I guess I'll slowly but surely time moving them up. So what's the next one? Gonna just Ichigo versus
Yep.
Soros Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
We do
And
not
that's why
remember
I'm
the
like, you
L.
want to just move all of them up right now. Since you already got to move that one up, it basically the
I
same
ain't gonna
thing.
lie,
Just do it all at
this shit
once.
could go far. It gotta go far. Oh my god, I'm kind of already getting ready to get done now. I've been getting a lot of people. Wait, Scrim said I've been getting a lot of people ranking AOT plot twists on my timeline with like 500,000 likes. Mm,
That'd be a
longest
good one.
anime get backs the week at anime get backs the week after that. That's been in my notes for like the longest. I just haven't made the what's the name? Best anime get backs.
Say that. I ain't gonna lie, I already got number one.
What is it? Where?
Man, smart man.
What is that? What we did 2 beats so far? That's 3. Whatever.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
This shit gonna be ass. Ain't it?
Uh,
That's enough, right? Because we already got 2, but we did 7 each, huh?
yeah.
And I'm at the bro. When you do it, scrolling up, I lose the fucking. It's hard to keep track of this shit, bro. This shit gonna take forever,
Mhm.
bro. The One Piece. Oh my god, One Piece is only at the bottom. Man, hell nah, man.
We gotta go in order.
Let's do Bleach. I'm
We gotta go
losing,
in order.
bro. Let's do Bleach and then we could. Bro, I'm losing, man. Come on, man. Oh my. See, I lost them already, bro. With DS and just what's the name? Oh, that which is this
There
one?
you go.
Is that the next? No, I don't think. Wait, did I already put the next one up there? Oh god, where the other one? Okay, there's the second one,
Scores hollow. Yeah.
bro. I'm losing my train of thought. Okay, while
You
I'm doing this,
passed them up.
while I'm doing this, while I'm talking, how you feel about not the Aaron Donald, the Miles Garrett trade while you doing that, so you have something to talk about while I'm doing
As a
this shit.
Baltimore Raven
Yeah,
fan,
yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. Talk about that while I move One Piece
I
too.
was very happy with that trade. We now don't have to lose to the Browns anymore because Miles Garrett was the only reason we lose to the Cleveland Browns.
That's crazy.
And so now that he's gone, what did Aaron Donald say when he retired? Quarterbacks rejoice. I will no longer terrorize you every Sunday. That is how I feel about Miles Garrett leaving.
I'm gonna play him twice a
Now
year.
we low key. Well, y'all still got TJ. I was about to say we arguably have one of the best pass rushers in the division. I can't tell you the last time I said that.
How,
I'm
how,
very
how about the AJ Brown versus
very
what's the
happy
name?
about that.
Even though we knew that was
I
gonna happen,
mean,
though, everybody knew that was
yeah.
gonna happen.
Oh dang, how you doing that?
Oh, I was a dumbass. I had to like finesse my fingers and like scroll both at the same time. This all the what's the name? One, two,
One, two,
two,
one,
three,
two,
four.
three,
Where's the fifth one at?
four.
Yeah, did I lose it? Or did I already rank this one? Where is this? Oh, we good. Yeah,
5.
one, two, seven. One, two.
Yeah, that's 5.
I thought I moved all 7 up already.
I don't know if you moved them all the way up.
How you feel about AJ Brown finally going to the Patriots?
They're the last to go.
No. But these are to continue with the other ones. I fucking lost it.
Yeah. But I mean, like to your point, we kind of already knew that was Rossini thing. But I mean, I don't know if that kind of gets the Pats over the hump because I don't know if I mean, granted, the Super Bowl obviously they could have used some more help, but
Man,
like Drake May had 2 seconds to throw the ball, so I don't know
ain't gonna let him
if
though.
AJ Brown. What's up?
I mean, we still have to go in. We still have to do it. What's the name? I'm not gonna lie to you. We
Do
gonna have
what?
to do that like in regular what that it is.
That's
Like,
what I
nah, I ain't gonna lie.
said.
I was just trying
Yeah,
to
that's a
make it the
lot.
other way, man. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, y'all, but look, I'm glad that we did this now. We got to sort that out at the very end of this one. So when we started, next one we gonna be fine. But let's go into these Ichigo ones then real quick. The 5 that I got. Ichigo versus Sora Hollow. Don't remember it at all.
You know what? That's a D.
All right, speed through these. Ichigo and Don. I don't know how to say his name. Let me zoom in again. I guess.
It may be F.
Put that him.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Ichigo versus Grand Fisher C for sure.
Okay.
That's C.
We order them later when we get back.
Yeah.
Ricky
You
Attack
can
Ichigo
low-key-
versus Shrieker. Don't remember that.
D.
B? We said D.
D.
Oh, I was about to say B. I was like, dang, that was good. All right, let me see what I'm going on slow. Can we find?
You right there, right there.
I found one. Where's the
I
other
got the
one?
other one
You see
too.
that? You already see
The
that?
other one is above Gara versus Datara.
Up garbage then? Oh, I see.
Right there. Yep.
I don't think nice job. We finish these up. Okay, Ichigo and Khan versus Hollow. Don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
I really want to watch his verse and see where he put these at. I don't remember them at all. Chad versus Bulbos G. F.
Yes.
Okay, and since I bought 2 One Piece ones up, let's do these two One Piece one. We're here Pirates versus the Higuruma. I said it name Pirates.
I ain't gonna lie.
Don't remember, bro. My memory's
That's
terrible.
high C.
Okay.
That's the one where that's the one with Shanks with where Rooster.
Yep.
No, Lucky Roo. They was talking trash and he was like, "Hey, bro, don't pull out a gun if you're not ready to use it."
That's
Lucky
that, bro.
Roo body, and we said, "Dang, Louis versus Alvita."
That's
I ain't gonna lie. I think that's high C too, bro.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. We gonna end up right there, y'all. Sorry, I wasn't showing the whole list. I would have to keep going back and forth. But this is what we got so far. Naruto vs Sasuke and Haikyuu. Like I said, next week we go order them in the same rank. Right now we leave right here. Naruto vs Sasuke. Oh, sorry, Naruto Sasuke vs Haikyuu A. Team 7 versus Zabuza B. Kakashi versus Zabuza B. Sasuke versus Rock Lee C. Rare Pirates versus Higuma Pirates C. Luffy vs Alvida. Naruto and Iruka versus Mizuki. Naruto Sasuke and Sakura versus Kakashi Part 1. Ichigo and Rukia versus Fishbone D. Ichigo versus Grand Fisher. That's C. Now the D. Ichigo versus Soros Hollow. Rukia Chad and Ichigo versus Shrieker. And F, Team 7 versus the Demon Brothers. Ichigo and Dawn versus Demi Hollow. Ichigo and Kona versus Hollow. And Chad versus Bolibus G. And for the F1s, it's really just because we really don't remember them. That was early on, and we don't remember it all. So they probably could be D, but just because F, yeah, I say that makes sense. F could be, I make it rename it. F could be like, don't remember it or something like that. So,
Yeah.
but that is it, y'all. Longer than I expected because we had some good One Piece conversations. But be here next week. Like I said, Joseph, hopefully we'll be here so we can have more debates about where we should place the placements at. And Joseph, he watched Naruto and Bleach more recently than us. And I ain't saying that he watched it like last year. It was still a couple years ago, but definitely more recent than us. We watched it freaking the beginning, middle school.
We watched it when it was coming out.
We don't remember, we don't remember the beginning fights at all. It's gonna get real lit when we get to end fights. But appreciate all the people commenting. Appreciate you, V. Appreciate you, Script, man, for participating in the conversation. That's what we want. That's what we love, because we love to see inputs live, man. So we can, y'all will give us ideas or stuff we forget. Appreciate you, Joe Steezy, at the beginning for pulling up. Like I said, we appreciate all the comments, likes. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more. Like I said, be on the lookout for these next couple weeks because this tier list is going to keep getting better and better. Y'all stay safe and y'all take it easy. Until next time, man. Peace out.